welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Rosie Henshaw. If you're new here, then welcome. It's lovely to meet you. And if you're already existing, guys, then thank you so much for coming back. I really do appreciate it. Grab yourselves a nice cup of tea and some snacks, and let's get into today's video. As you've seen in today's title, it is an Emma Bridgewater sale haul. Now, this is probably going to be the most ultimate sale haul from Emma Bridgewater I've ever shared with you. So I have shared a couple of items I've got from them before, like in the Boxing Day sales, etc. And they did have a sale last year. However, the sales haven't been as good for some reason. Like I noticed when I very was first collecting, a good few years back now, you'd get a really good sale at Christmas and it would be like, things would go down from like £25 to sort of like 15, so like a tenner off, but then you'd also get like 6 items for the price of 4. Like buy 4, get 2 free. And you'd get some really good, like, so by the time you worked out how much you spend in bulk, you'd be spending a lot less on each item. Today though, however, I don't think this sale is going to be beaten on what I found. I was in the car, I just dropped the kids to school, and I was on the way back and I had a text come through and I thought it was Gary. So I've pulled up on the road just to check, see if it's Gary, and it was Emma Bridgewater. It said the sale. So I turned my ignition off. I was like, right, let's have a little look here, because it was collector's first preview sale. I will just say, I think the sale is still on. I would always register to be a collector. It's £10 to do so. Sometimes they give you the free collector's membership if you spend over a certain amount anyway. But it's really good to have that membership because you then get the early access to all their new collections. You get the catalogue come through. And you also get like early access to the sales, which is amazing. I'm probably sharing my secrets now. But if you collect an Emma Bridgewater collection, it's actually really good because it's £10. So I'd recommend anyone doing it because you're going to save so much more money by getting the items cheaper. So I got some really amazing things. One of the things I got was £2.25. No, £2.45. And it was just amazing. I'm going to leave all the prices in the description box because I've got some items that are duplicates as well, but they were different prices. Because there was actually something I've just found out about as well, which is a second grade second rather than a first grade second. But I've got a big haul and I'm going to share it with you what I've got. Before we get in quickly, I know sometimes people might be like, that's a bit random, popped in here. However, I have an ongoing collaboration with My Vitamins and I like to pop them seamlessly into some of my videos. And as you'll know, as I did explain in my last video, something like had a bit of bad news and I hadn't been filming, and I wanted to share my code with you today because it will get refreshed for next month. So I wanted to let you know that my code is still valid. I'll leave it on the screen here because I always get messages. Honestly, I get so many messages weekly in the comments or in my DMs on Instagram asking what the code is, because obviously so many of you started taking these vitamins from My Vitamins. I'll just grab these out my cup of this so I keep them in there. And obviously you buy them every month anyway now, so why not get a discount on them? So I'll leave my discount here. You'll get extra off the RRP. I'll leave the link in the description box as well for the ones that I use. I'll give you a quick run through. If you haven't seen these before, I'm sure you have by now. I've been working with My Vitamins for a long while now and actually was taking these for a good... I started taking these in the October of not last year, the year before. And I don't think I worked with my Vitamins for about 6 months. I was taking them for about 6 months off mine back. I saw them on another girl's YouTube and I love them. So my favourite ones are the hair, skin and nail gummies. These are 2 a day. I don't like taking vitamins. They're just chewy, they're like sweets, they're really nice flavour. And literally, my hair just feels lovely and thick. It grows a lot quicker. All of my friends take them now. All of my family members take them now and they all swear by them and love them. And I can tell you something now, I've even had a few people message, because I asked them in my last video, will you please write in the comments? So the last video I shared these, there was people saying, Rosie, I even stopped taking mine and realised how limp my hair actually is, gone back to taking them. And so many of you swear by these. So the hair, skin and nail gummies are my ultimate holy grail of a item, and I hate that saying, but they actually are. The second one is a multivitamin. Now I just always take a multivitamin. I was always told to take a multivitamin as a kid. Take these. I have a hard time absorbing my vitamins. I have to take iron specifically from the doctor as well, and vitamin D, but it's always nice to have these vitamins. So you've got your A to Z of vitamins in there in the gummy form, 1 a day. And then also as well the hyaluronic acid gummies. These are amazing. I was a bit dubious about it because I've always read up that, you know, what really can you get from a supplement to sort of do with anti-aging? Turns out quite a bit actually. So I have actually noticed a difference in my own face. Just even looking back at pictures and stuff, I do feel more puffier. I don't feel like it fills out wrinkles. I think that's absolute whatever when people say that. It doesn't. However, my skin seems to be slightly more puffy, a bit more elastic, a little less dried out. I feel like I'm a bit more, the wrinkles look less. But obviously if I move my face and stuff, you're going to get all my wrinkles and stuff around my eyes. You're going to get the wrinkles on my forehead and all these sort of bits here. but they just, at rest, they feel more puffed out. So they're not going to be, you know, magic, but they have made me feel a lot more youthful, so they do help your skin. And then lastly, they're apple cider vinegar gummies. I've said this so many times, I'm such a girl with these because technically I took them for my gut and they do work for that. It's amazing. However, I will say this, they do make your hair really shiny. So I really love that. I love that when I've put obviously heat through my hair today, and when I go out in the light and stuff, people will go, oh, your hair looks really shiny, especially in my Christmas videos. I feel like the darker videos where you just have the light shining, you can really see. This, I've got the lantern obviously above me. You can't necessarily notice my hair's gone a bit more blonder from the sun, but it really does make your hair feel nice and soft and shiny, and I really love that. It's like a really nice little side effect to that. I'll leave my code, you can use it and get the discount off the RRP, and I'll leave the links below. And let's get into the Emma Bridgewater haul now, because do you know what, as I was saying, there's some amazing bits. I'm going to start off with the bits that aren't pottery based, if you don't mind. So the first thing I got was this gorgeous, this gorgeous little Halloween biscuit tin. So it's the Halloween cookie style. So they've got custard scream written on here, all the little skeletons on there. It's so, so cute. It's this lovely little tin. I think this was originally like £12. I paid £2.45 for this. So this is perfect. So when we do have like little Halloweeny biscuits, there's orange inside as well, which is just so cute. I have got the mug in this collection. I've also got the plate in this. So it's just really nice because you know what? I can sit there with a little cup of tea, a little plate, and I can have my biscuits. Obviously, I'm on like a low sugar diet, so not many biscuits, but it'd be nice to make the biscuits, pop them in here for the kids. When I do have a treat biscuit, it'd be really nice to have them in there. £2.45 for that tin. Like honestly, I've seen bits in charity shops from Emma Bridgewater, and they're not even as cheap as that. Like that's amazing. So I got that. I also got this, I think this was £3.70 something, I believe. As I say, I'll leave the prices below, but I've ordered quite a bit, so my memory's up. And as I was going to say as well, one lady did message me to say that she couldn't get something the same price as me. Then I checked on mine, I was signed in and it was coming up a cheaper price. I did send her like screenshots as well, because I think hers was coming up at £7 and mine was coming up at £3 something. So they was having a bit of a glitch. I think after, obviously everyone was going on there after they got their messages, etc. The website was having a bit of a mess around. Even my prices weren't dropping for a bit, but I kept refreshing it. And eventually it did. I think it's because the website was a bit overpopulated with loads of people on there at the same time. But she also shared that there was a Facebook forum with people saying that they got a certain price and other people saying they couldn't get that price, which is really disappointing. But they did have, so one lady did enlighten a few of us on there, because she said Emma Bridgewater will have like first grades, because they're like a really nice brand, like an expensive brand. Obviously it's made in the UK and Stoke-on-Trent. They've got really high standards by what their quality control is. So their firsts are, you know, what they go in the sale. And then they've got their seconds, which go in the sale, but they're slightly cheaper than what the first would be. Now, these seconds will be like something small on there. I'll show you one because I've got a couple of second items. A minor mark or something like, or like a bobble in the glaze, or because everything's done with stampers for the ink, it might just be one of the lines isn't as crisp or it's overlapped. Very, very minute details. I don't mind having seconds, to be completely honest with you. It doesn't bother me at all. I'd say out of my collection, I'd say probably like 60% of it, maybe 70% of it has got seconds. I like a bargain. I love Emma Bridgewater. I'm also a mum of like 4. There's going to be chips and stuff coming on my plates and stuff anyway, and it's not them sort of things that they actually mark the price down for. So it doesn't bother me if there's like a slight mark in the glaze. It really doesn't. But she did say there are second grade seconds as well. So there was a few listings. So then there will also be something that has 2 marks on it, or it's slightly more of a second than what the first second would be, if that makes sense, if I'm waffling on. So it would be even cheaper, and I believe I've got a couple of those, because actually when I've looked at the items, they do mark on with like a pencil to show you where they are. They're so minute, they have to mark off with a pencil to show you where the problem is. That's what I thought, that was the problem when I first ever got some. I was like, oh, look at that big black mark, and it wipes off. They show you, they highlight where the actual second is. And a couple of them I've got a few marks on it, so I think that's why they was cheaper, and that's why some people got some bits extremely cheap and then others didn't get them as cheap. These don't have any seconds, these are just first grades. But there was different prices on there for some reason. And it's this like icing sugar shaker or flour shaker. It's this beautiful pattern where it's got like the brush on it, forks, spoons. It's just really lovely, and it's got the gold inside here. You can pop this open. So when we make like cookies and biscuits and mince pies, it's got the lid to shut it as well, so you can keep it stored So you haven't just got to pop it in there, you know, you can keep it stored away. And then also, just when you're baking stuff, I thought that was really nice. That was £3 something I got that one for. So I got those. I'm such a waffler, aren't I? I also got a tea towel as well. The tea towels are normally about 12 quid in there. I think I paid 6 for the tea towel, so a bit more, but I didn't mind because it's like obviously fabric. And I've not got nothing in this design, but I have got the black toast design on some plates and bowls and bits and bobs. This I do have the design for, so I've got like one of each of the items of this, like to do with the cups and plates, etc. It's the rose one. And I just thought that was really, really lovely. And obviously it goes with the wallpaper in the background too. It's quite similar. So I've got a tea towel and I thought that looked really pretty hung from the oven and it just added a bit of colour. So I got that as well. I also got some of the birthday cards. So these were £3. They've gone down to £1.50. So they're really pretty, lots of like birthday wishes, love. So I always write my own words in birthday cards anyway. So I always just get like more generic-y ones. And I've got like, just here in my cupboard, I've got all like spare cards, wrapping paper, etc. Just because it's just there then. It's rather than trying to be organised in my world of chaos, because I'm really chaotic, forget most things. So the fact that that's there, it's really helpful for me. And I just thought for my friends and stuff, I want to get my lovely bunch of flowers or whatever, and it's just a nice little Emma Bridgewater card, really pretty. So I got 3 of those as well. Then, okay, I'm just like a chatty Sally today, aren't I? I'm just like chatty. Let me have a little drop of water. I tell you what, it's mad. I never used to drink water. I used to absolutely hate drinking water. Now, I drink so much water that if I haven't drunk my water, I'm like, oh, and I never thought I'd be that person, ever. Like, I used to struggle to drink a litre of water. Now I'm like, drink 3, and I'm like, I don't want to drown myself by drinking too much, but I'm really thirsty. Right. Right, I didn't know I was ever thirsty. I just used to eat cake instead. I didn't know hunger from first. So the next thing I got was this tray. So I do have the hot pot of this. Should I do a collection, an Emma Bridgewater collection video? It'll probably take me a while. It'll be a long video and I'll have to run through it all. But it'd be nice to show you my whole collection of what I've collected over the years. Because I collect all the patterns. I don't just collect one, I collect all the different patterns. I love all the sort of mix match. I love it all together. So should I do a video? Obviously it'd be too long in this video. Should I do that though? Would you like that? Let me know in the comments, because if it's something you're interested in, I will do it, because I have had a few messages asking for it, but I don't know if that's just like a bit of a weird niche video to do. And obviously I've got to get everything out of the cupboard, including all the Christmas and Halloween and stuff like that, the Easter stuff. So I'll get it out. And we can, yeah, should we do it? And I'll have to do a little walk around. There'll be stuff on the kitchen side, stuff on obviously the table. We'll do a collection, shall we? Let me know. Let me know if there's something you want to do. So I have got the hot pot casserole pot for this. That was the first thing I got in this collection of the tins. And then they had the tins go down in the sale after Christmas. So I got the larger tin that says roast lamb on it. It has handles on it as well. And then the smaller one that says crumble, and that's also got the handles on it too. But this one, it hasn't got handles, and this one says cauliflower, carrots, parsnips, and cauliflower, cheese, and parsnips and carrots. So I actually needed another one of these anyway. I'd have rather one with a handle, but I'm not too worried anyway. But when I do a roast dinner, I actually needed it for that reason. So it's really nice to obviously have your joint of meat in one. In the other one, I'll obviously have like my dessert that I'm cooking. I very much stick to the rules of it. I don't really. And then I'll have like my carrots and parsnips in honey in one, and then a cauliflower cheese in the other. So it's quite nice to have the extra one so that it's all nice. And they're such a lovely size as well that the 2 of them slot in on the larger ovens. They're like the perfect size. This is like a smaller size. I think these are meant to be like 45. I think I paid 17 for this one, which is obviously more expensive. You know, it's a roaster. But realistically, you could go in Asda and get a roaster for that amount of money. So the fact that it's an Emma Bridgewater one and these wash up beautifully, they are solid. They're going to last forever. And these enamel ones, I'm just really pleased. And they look really pretty when you're doing your dinner. I love anything about romanticising your life. So the next thing I got, I know is probably going to be everyone's favourite. And the reason being is it's just so beautiful. And it was such a bargain. So I got this rhubarb jug. Now this was originally meant to be £58. I paid £4. That was that. It was either £4.75 or £5.75. It was weird because they was already in the sale reduced, and then for a collector you'd get an extra percentage off at the till. I'll have a look at my receipt and I'll write in the description box below. but I got this. I think it was £4 something, but I've realised this is definitely a second grade second. So this isn't just a second, there's a couple of problems with this. So it's this beautiful rhubarb jug. It's beautiful. Like, I've got a lot of green, I've got red in my kitchen now. I lost my words there, I just got so excited. And I'll show you what the seconds are. So this is the vegetable garden collection. And I love this. I've got the artichoke bowl. So it'd be really nice in the summer when I do like my big potato salad in that one. Obviously you can have like vinaigrette or something with your salads and stuff on the side. You can have squash water, bits and bobs on the table. I just love having a collection of different random pottery. I love that. And this is just so beautiful. So it's a different style jug. It's not the rounded ones, it's the more straighter ones, and I really like this. So these are the marks that they draw on the pottery. So you can see there's 3 lines there. So actually they wipe off, it's just a pencil. So actually what the seconds are on this, if you can see, there's a little bobble there on the glaze, and there's also another little one there. There's 3 bobbles on the glaze, and that's what's caused me to get that so cheap. That does not bother me in the slightest at all. It makes no difference to that side as it does that one. And it enabled me to get that for a bargain. And so I got that one as well. I love that it's just beautifully made English pottery. And look, all of the names of the people that inspect it as well on the bottom. So, you know, like the different, it's real people that are inspecting these and making these. They're all like hand stamped. It's really beautiful. Some of them are hand painted. It's just really, really lovely. I'll go on to the mugs and stuff as well. Oh, I've got a box. Honestly, Gary was like, what have you had ordered? I was like, Gary, and was playing a game of guess the price. I was like, guess this. He was like, no, because he's so used to what I spend at every Bridgewater. So the first one I got was the heart jug. So I've collected the teapots in different colours, and I managed to get the jugs in a different as well. The only one that didn't have a matching jug and a matching sugar bowl is the heart design. So the heart design actually discontinued their sugar bowl. So I had a little look on eBay, but a lot of them have got a lot of crazing on them. So I've not bothered ordering it. But when they had this in the sale, I had to get it. So this is the little half-pint jug, or is it? Yeah, half-pint jug. And it's lovely. So when I have my heart teapot out, I can have the little jug out for the milk or the cream as well, which looks really lovely. But I always mix them together anyway. It doesn't really matter about a matching set, but it is nice to lay like Valentine's Day and you want like a little Valentine's breakfast. It's nice for everything to have hearts on. So I really like that, and I got that as well. I can't remember how much this was. I know that everything in this box was less than 9. So some of them were like 5, some of them were 7. Like I say, I'll leave them below what prices and stuff I paid for them. So I got this jug. I also got a Starry Night mug. So I've got this Starry Night mug with Daddy written on it. So it's Gary's mug. But I really loved it. And sometimes when we're having a pot of tea with the Blue Star teapot, I thought it'd be nice for me to have one and Gary to have his Daddy one. So we've both got a matching cup for the teapot. I know I'm weird, but honestly, if you're a collector of pottery, you'll get it. You'll understand it. I've got friends that literally have 4 mugs in their cupboard and they're like plain white and they're really minimal. And I love that for them. And they can't understand it, but then their makeup and clothes might be a bit hectic. This is my hectic. This is my this is my maximalist, this pottery. I'm obsessed, I can't help it. So I got this one as well. I know this one was no more than £6, this one, and I thought that was really lovely. And this isn't a second, this is a first grade one. Was this a second? No, it's a third grade one, a first grade one as well. And then I've got my large pint mug that says Rosy Flow in this design, and I wanted to get a smaller one because I really love the polka hearts design, so I got this one as well. So this is the polka hearts design, but as you'll see, all of these mixed together just look really beautiful together. Like I have it on my display as well, a couple of different designs. They all look lovely together. You can mix and match. So you're having a huge tea party, especially at like Christmas, I do my wreath making or we do our crafts with my friends. I just get all the pottery out and it's just really nice. It's all mixed match on the table. So I've got that one as well. I got this one. So this has been like a new collection for me. I didn't really like this pattern before, like a few years ago. They had like a few different styles of them. Like they had like a bonfire night one. And I can't remember what the other one was, but it wasn't really my thing. I was more into their stamp patterns. However, I got a Valentine's one, which is really cute. And I also then got a country autumn one with pumpkins on. So when I saw this one, I thought it was perfect. So this is one of their A Year in the Country. So these are their mugs that have these. They're sort of stuck on. These ones aren't hand painted. These are like these labels that go on before the glaze. We've got like a little bunting on the inside of the cup. And this one is all the little animals you'll see. And it's celebrating birthdays. So this is a birthday one. A little birthday cake. So whoever's birthday is, they can drink out of this cup. As I say things, I'm like, you are really weird, Rosie, and it's fine, just own it. But yeah, little birthday mug, because I know it sounds stupid, but like all through November, with my poppy mug, I just love, it's just a thing that I do. Like I drink out of Christmas mugs when it comes to Christmas, autumn mugs, Valentine's I'll drink out of the heart ones or the Valentine's ones. Come Halloween, I'll even drink out the star ones because it's witchy, it's potiony. Come Easter, it's all the like polka dot ones. What is that? I've got a little spider coming down from the lantern. Oh, he's cute. And then like these ones are sort of Easter because they're bright, so I love all that. So like a birthday one. A birthday one as well. And this one was 5 something as well. They had such weird discounts. Obviously, as I say, it was a set price and they have like 30% off or 40% off or etc. And then I've got these ones. These are so stunning. So I'm actually thinking whether to put these 2 away as presents. I don't know if I just might be obsessed and just stick them with the collection. I can't help it. But I'm thinking for my friend, but she's not fussed on pottery. So I don't know if it would just be wasted on her. She'd be like, yeah, thanks, love. She won't care. Because while I was around there gardening, she just bought a new farmhouse and she's never really been into that sort of stuff, but she fell in love with this farmhouse. She was like, Rosie, it's very you. I've got to show you this farmhouse and you'll love it. I've gone around there, I've fallen in love with it. So she's like, but because it's not really my thing, I don't really know what to do with certain things. So she's like, so I've gone around there, I'm painting beams to like make them like a lighter oak colour. We was having a look in the garden. She was like, what should I dig out and get rid of? She had so many foxgloves all around the side, which are just beautiful. I was like, we should move them to another part of the garden that you're not having extended. She was like, really? I was like, they're just so beautiful. So when I saw this foxglove mug, I did actually think of my friend Rebecca at first. I'll ask her. I'll send her a picture and go, what do you think of this? And she'll either be like, oh, lovely for you, hun. And I'll be like, yeah, I'll just stick it in the cupboard. Or she might be like, oh my God, that's like in the garden. I'll be like, you can have it. So it says foxgloves on the inside as well. And then I've got this one. I wanted this one. So this was a second, that one wasn't. I was in the sale, but this one was a second. This was a second. This one was really cheap. But there's literally, again, a little bit of a mark in the glaze. So they draw on it to show you where it is. This is the snowdrop one. It says snowdrops in pink on the inside. And it's got the lovely green snowdrops on the outside. And I love snowdrops. So I just thought this was really lovely. So actually, I'm not got a lot of the floral pattern ones. But, you know... might go into that now I've started collecting from the sale, but they're just really beautiful mugs with a little design. Then I got some bowls. So in regard to bowls, I did have one of each pattern in these design cereal bowls. However, bless my nan, she was mortified when it happened. I used to have in my old kitchen, you might remember, I had the little white shelf that was above my dresser that I just like stripped back. I used to have that in my kitchen, and sometimes I'd have my calf kits and stuff out, and sometimes I'd have Emma Bridgewater stuff out. Well, one day I had all the Emma Bridgewater stuff on there one day. It weren't the calf kits then. And I've got Henry Hoover, and my nan had popped round, and I was putting my food shopping away, and she went, let me move this Hoover, because it was just in my hallway where I'd Hoover just before I'd left the house. And she went, let me move this Hoover out the way. She went, I'll pop it here, so it'd be easier for you to get your bags in, because she just pulled up the same time I had. And I was like, no, Nan, it's fine. Like, don't worry, it's fine. And as she's lifted the Henry Hoover up to stand up, the metal pole sort of slid down, knocked a cup that was hanging, but because it shook the shelf, like 4 different things from Emma Bridgewater fell off the shelf. And obviously I don't care, it was an accident, but she was mortified. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was like, Nan, it's fine. But I had one of these bowls. This one was fun. Oh, hello, darling.
Hello.
You all right?
Yeah.
Oh, he's made an appearance. You got home early from work. That's a lovely surprise.
Yeah. I didn't want to come and do that.
Oh, kiss a kiss. Oh, it's lovely to have you home. I look lovely, do I? Don't say that. Apparently I'm always making sure I'm letting people know that you think I look lovely. You think I look nice.
You look beautiful.
You come to see me. So what was I saying now? So I did have this one. This one survived. I've got another one though because I'll explain. But the black breakfast toast broke. The heart one broke and the blue one broke. I replaced them except for these 2 because I couldn't find them. They weren't in stock, and then they were full price. And I thought, I'm not spending like £30 on a bowl. I'm just not doing it. I think they're 25 actually. I'm not spending that on a bowl. 50 quid for 2 bowls. I just thought I'd wait for the sales when they come. They never come in the sale, or they're always sold really quickly. And so when I went on there, they had these ones. Oh, So I've replaced the winter star bowl. Gal,
Yeah, mate.
you love these ones, don't you?
What ones?
These cereal bowls. I was
Yeah,
saying about
yeah.
remember my Nan so when she had the Hoover when they was on that unit and they come off and
We had
smashed.
loads at one point, don't we?
Well, it's all made up for it now. So we've got one of these ones in the sale, and I also managed to get the black toast one again. These are seconds. These are second grade seconds. These were really cheap as well, but they got the little marks on them. It's just literally little bubbles in the glaze. That's all it is. So I've now got a star and a black toast as well. I did get one more spotty one. They did have the hearts one in the sale, but I've still got a heart one because I replaced that one, and I've got the what other design have I got? The roses. I think it's the roses. I can't remember now. Yeah, I think it is the pansies actually. Yes, the pansies. But I've sorry, I've got a little fluff on my nose now. It's because it's quite dusty in this bowl. You see, look, and they've obviously been on the second shelf. However, this bowl was so cheap. It was like £4. So because it's a second, so it's got like the little like 3 marks, and there's one on the side as well. This one, look, it's got a tiny little mark in the glaze, like a little crack in the glaze. Can you see that at the top here? My little dirty fingers rubbing that off. Yeah, so I got that. So I thought I might as well get another one because they're good for the kids' cereals. They're the perfect size little bowls as well for like Weetabix. So I got those. Then I got some of the old bowl style. Now, I've only got the Christmas designs in these ones. Never gone for these ones. I always just went for the more cereal bowls. These ones never really went in the sale. And when they did go in the sale, they never really had good sales on them, or they'd sell out quite quickly. So I've always gone for the more cereal bowls, and I quite like the shape of them. However, I thought these shape of bowls were really, really pretty. And they had them in the sale this time, and they were cheap as well. So I think these were between the prices, depending on what one you got. Super second would be like £6, then you're like £8 for the ones that are like just the first grade second, and then the first in the sale will be like a tenner. But I just got the seconds and stuff in most of them. So I've got this one, which is the pansy design. It's actually the English rose, which is really nice. And these are the old bowls. They're called the old bowls. These are called cereal bowls. These are the old bowls. And I love the little like fluted bit on the bottom of these. They're like a really lovely little bowl. So I've got some Christmas designs in these ones, and I do really love these. They are really beautiful. So I thought then there's a different style as well. They're nice for soup. Do you know what I mean? A nice soup bowl. I also got it in the little stripe line design. A bit more plainer, but I thought it's nice to have a little mix of them. So I got this one as well. So I think mine were all like the £6 ones actually, the seconds. I think there's only one that I paid just a normal second for. I think it was £8. Yeah, it might have been that spotty one. Yeah, it was that spotty one. There's no marks on it. So I got this one as well. I'm getting really dusty now. So these must have been in storage. They're like, look, really dusty. Can you see like the fingerprint marks? Really dusty. And I'm going to wash these. So I got that one as well. And even though they're not the same pattern, all of their colours just match. It's so lovely. Like for instance, the red that they use on the dots in this and the green that they use is the same red and green what they will use on other designs, and then like the red will be in the hearts, and then that blue will be the exact blue that will be on, say, look. They all match, even though they're different patterns, they're the same colourway, so it all goes together even though it's mixed match. So I got those, and then I also got, so I got a super second bowl. So I got one of these for £4 actually, one of the blue bowls. I got 2 of them because one of them was just a second, and then one of them was like a super second, which was cheaper. I actually just thought that it weren't going down in price in my basket, and then things were getting removed because things were selling out, and I was like, just check out quickly before they go. So yeah, I've got the blue star one as well, but I did actually get the second one, and I did think that's quite nice as well because the boys as well, they can eat out of them ones. So I got those as well. And then this one was just a, just check. Oh no, this was a normal second. There's a little one line in there as well. And then I got that little bowl. So now I've got a little collection of this style as well, which I think is quite nice. So it is nice as well because obviously when you have like people around, you put nibbles and little crisps and nuts and bits and bobs on the table. It's really nice. I'm justifying it because I'm terrible. I just love having a Bridgewater. And then I only got one other thing, and that was a French style bowl. I did have, I was meant to take this out of my basket. So when things were kept getting taken out of my basket, when I was trying to check out, I think I only had the pansy bowl. No, I only had the star and the pansy in there. And I thought I'll get 2 of that design. And then they had this style bowl, the French bowl, one with a pear design on it and one with lemons, which was really cute. And these are raspberries. And I thought these would be quite nice to have on the table in the summer. You know, when you put like bits and bobs on the table when people are over, or like when you have your olives antipasti bits in there because it's the summer, they're quite summer designs, but they ended up getting taken out of my basket because they were the super seconds. They were like £3, some of them. So they could come out my basket, but I forgot to take this out. I thought this had come out of my basket. And so I only got one of this style. And I was like, oh, actually, I think I've got a blackcurrant style of that. I do, but it's the next size up. So it's just, I've got a random raspberry bowl. It's lovely. But in the way my brain works, I'm like, at least have to have 2 or 3 of one of the styles, because otherwise it just feels random. Do you know what I mean? And then I ended up seeing these ones. So I ended up like, oh, I'll just get them instead of 2 of them and 2 of them. I'll just get like 4 of them ones. But yeah, so I got this one as well. This one was a super bargain as well. Like, I mean, there's loads of little marks on these, but where they've marked it off, there's just literally random little dots in the glaze. And you wouldn't even see it because they're always where the dots are on the raspberry, look. Can you see them in that raspberry, the slightly darker marks? That's the second. So yeah, that's cute anyway, for like little cup strawberries and cucumber and stuff out. But when he comes out of like nursery, it goes 2 days a week. When he comes out, we cut him up little grapes, strawberries and cucumber. It's like a little snack in a bowl, so they'd be cute for him as well. But this has been my Emma Bridgewater sale haul. I know it's really random and some people might be like, oh, we're not interested. But I know since I've been doing YouTube, I know there was so many of you that collected already. And actually when you saw I had Emma Bridgewater, you was like, oh, I collect too. So it was something that we like had in common. But I also have loads of messages come through saying, Rosie, you are terrible. You've got me an Emma Bridgewater addiction. Like that you started collecting after because you heard of them on my channel. So I just thought it'd be quite nice to just share the bits I got in the sale. What I'm probably going to do is next time is when I have a notification for a sale again, or if there's new stuff coming out from the collectors, I might just do a quick short on YouTube just to let you know, because I've done that before when there was like a scammer pretending to be me in the comments. Just a random, like not a proper video, but so if you are notified, if you do click my notification bell, you'll obviously get notified when any of my videos come through, whether they're long or short form. I can just be like, the Emma Bridgewater sales live, and then you know, because you'll get a notification. If you sign up to collectors, you should get a message, but some people were saying they weren't getting their messages till sort of like 11, 12, I think they go through. I don't know how they do it. But I've been a collector for a couple of years now, so maybe it's just the older ones get it first. I don't know. But I'll let you know. And if you sign in, you technically get the sales anyway, because it's early preview for the collectors. So I'm gonna go. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Let me know what your favourite item is. I'm gonna say my favourite items out of the whole lot is probably the little Halloween tin. I'm sorry, that was such a bargain, but I'm crying out for autumn. I love summer. We've got our holiday coming up. We've got the 6 weeks with the kids. It's going to be really lovely. Archie's is his last year of junior school. So, you know, we've got lots of fun things over the summer where he's leaving to do. And, you know, it'd be lovely to spend time with the kids. I'm not trying to wish my life away. However, I have said this so many times. I come alive in the autumn and the lead up to what is amazing is Christmas. That's when I really feel like, as they say, a flower can't bloom all year round. I'm not an evergreen. I'm more of a plant that just flowers, you know, at one point. And that just happens to be when I flourish. I prefer the fashion. I prefer the food. I love the films. I love the music. And I'm very, very nostalgic by nature. And like, I love the feeling of that. I almost feel like you get transported back in time. In autumn, I feel like I don't get transported back to like playing out with friends and stuff in the summer. That's not really where my brain goes to. Mine is more so like when you go back to nice memories of like in the autumn, you'd go around families and stuff like, and after school you'd come home and you'd put maybe Friends on the telly or Gilmore Girls, and you'd kick your legs over the sofa and have a bowl of soup, or your mum would be cooking a stew in the slow cooker or something, and just, I don't know, and walking home and like sitting on the top story of the bus and hearing the rain pelt it down, and you know, you with your friends sharing a bag of chips or something. I don't know, it brings back that nostalgic feeling to me. And all the colourful lights at Christmas, all the retro 90s stuff, like I just go back. So there's something about autumn, Christmas time that really brings it all back, all the smells and everything. So when I see this, it just sparks joy in me. And that is the whole point, isn't it, in what you should be collecting. I don't collect for the monetary value of it. I know that I could sell these all on eBay if I wanted to and get my money back. But it's more so because when I look at these items, it brings me joy, and I will get chips and stuff in them, and our family use them, and I won't be able to take them to my grave with me, so why not? So this isn't something that I do for that. It's more for the, I don't know, it just brings me joy. It just brings me really joy. And obviously it's not even to do with the the materialism of it. It's more so when I think of like using the Emma Bridgewater pottery, I imagine us all sat at the table together, you know, and I imagine all my friends together. It's more so the moments, and it wouldn't matter if I was using Emma Bridgewater or not really, a plain white bowl would be fine and suffice. But also because I love the look of it and it's so joyous, there's just that extra level to it as well. So yeah, that's gonna be my favourite. I love that. I can already see there being little Halloween shaped biscuits and stuff in there that we make, or the little like, Hello Scream cakes that we make. So I'm gonna go. I've been Rosie Henshaw. See you later, guys. Obviously, as I said, I have got other videos coming up. I have put the blinds up, they've come. So I'll put that in the next video because I want to bombard you in this one. I also upcycled a couple of the charity shop frames. They're up on the wall, they look really beautiful. And I've ordered my supplies for the bench and stuff in the hallway to do that, and I'll be doing Millie's room as well, which I'm currently doing at the moment. So I'm filming them, bringing them along, so they'll be sort of like home DIY ones. And I just thought I'd do a little random video today to show you what I got in the sales, while the sale is still active in case you wanted to go on and have a little look too. So I'm Rosie Henshaw, see you later, guys. Don't forget as well, if you want to use my code, I'll leave it here, you'll get an extra discount off the RRP at My Vitamins, and I'll leave them all linked in the description box below. Take care.